Nature plus nurture equals you. I'm sure you've heard that. So nature is genetics. The genes and the chromosomes that you got from your biological egg and sperm donors. Everything to do with genetics accounts for about 30% of your health and your longevity. Now, 30% is 30%, but 30% is only 30%. So when you figure everything out, epigenetics has far more to do with how well you are and how long you live than genetics. So nature involves epigenetics, and epi, E-M-I, means above genetics. Here's the marvelous news that we have from research. Epigenetics accounts for 70% of how well you are and how long you live. And it can, in some cases, even override genetics. So I didn't choose my parents. I'm not saying I wouldn't have chosen them, but I didn't. So 30% of who I am is a done deal. And my two hips are part of that 30%. Because scoliosis syndrome runs in my father's family. What a pity, he was my favorite parent. Now, when I was little, if people had understood scoliosis, they would have been able to put me in a back brace, and I would have been a little less crooked. But it's okay. I'm so, I don't like being like everybody else anyway, so what's a little bit more? But that I can't do anything about now. It's too late. There's nothing they can do about making the bones straighter. But I can do everything. I can compensate with that 70%, which includes being as healthy as I can and exercising and eating right and, I think, Greg, drinking hydrogen water. When I travel, I can't take my machine with me because I only have check-in luggage. I have no check-in luggage. I only have hand-carried luggage. They've lost my luggage too many times. When I get home, let's say after a 5-week trip to Australia, New Zealand or something, I walk in the house and I turn on my hydrogen water machine. And I tell you, I drink that glass of water down, and in 5 minutes, I literally feel differently than I have over the last few weeks. So for me, that is number one. I will not be without a hydrogen machine. Create and maintain a longevity lifestyle. There's so much that can be prevented. And even when you didn't or couldn't prevent something, there are often things that you can do to moderate the symptoms and the outcome. And hydrogen water is one for me. People always want to know what I take, and I don't know why, because what I take may not have anything to do with your body. But hydrogen water is key. I've been taking Prime since this company was launched. I carry it with me all around the world. And because the bottles take up a lot of room in my suitcase, and I got to take enough for 6 weeks, I dumped it into a plastic bag, put it in my suitcase. Well, they wanted to check my suitcase. And they pulled out this bag, and they said, "What is this?" I said, "That's my green stuff. That's going to keep me alive overseas." "Well, how do we know what it is?" I said, "I'm telling you what it is." And they said, "All right, eat some of this." I said, "Fine." Opened the bag, licked my finger, put some in my mouth, and said, "I like it better in water, but this is okay." And so they passed it. I don't know what I'd have done if they took it away from me. And Delta E, I love Delta E because of L-theanine, which our brains begin to lose. The levels fall as we get older, and that's what helps you think clearly